you found a way to stay dry. We're going to stay in this wet pattern, as a matter of fact. Partly sunny this morning. May see a little breaks of sunshine there. Rain chances pop back up this afternoon, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. About a 70% chance of rain and a daytime high of about 82. Wednesday, cloudy with a 70% chance of rain and a high of 83. Then it looks like a mix of clouds and sun on Thursday. 60% chance of rain and a high of 85. Here's what we've got. It looks like the rain is going to kind of stay with us through the weekend, too. Sunday, maybe we saw like a 20 or 30% chance of rain. But all in all, we're going to continue into this wet pattern of rain. And even saw that we may get in some places 2, 2.5, 3 inches of rain. So if you haven't gotten enough rain, just expect a little bit more of it. I've got some guys, too, that are just absolutely fantastic, and I love what they do at Noble Contractors. Talking about Daniel and the guys there. They're all about gutters. This is a great company that gets gutters done. If you need new gutters and gutter covers, if you need repairs done on your gutters, and I know a lot of you right now are, you're looking out the windows going, man, oh man, there's water going over the top of my gutter. What's going on there? Well, let Daniel come out and take a look at it and help you out. If something needs being repaired or you just need some normal work done on your gutters, he can do that. Or if it's time to replace those gutters, know that he has the seamless 6-inch gutter installation and repair. He can take care of those, the gutter covers that go on it. Noble Contractors, a local company, and I hear over and over and over again, thank you for letting us know about Daniel at Noble Contractors, because he and his crew are top-notch. They are not overpricing what they do when we talk about gutter work. You can find out for yourself by asking for a free estimate. Call them today at 205-422-3034. Store the number in your phone just in case. Of course, with all this rain, he can help you out. And don't forget, big news for him as well. They have merged with Lifetime Roofing. So now you get two trusted companies, one stronger team, which is great to know. Noble Contractors, for anything you need gutter-wise, this is my man, and he should be yours. Daniel at Noble Contractors. The number again, 205-422-3034.
808 with Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk 995.com. Early in a race, and today, by the way, is the runoff between Ken Paxton and John Cornyn.
In Texas.
Yeah, for the Republican nomination to Senate there. Cornyn has been a thorn in Trump's side for quite some time. He's a guy who's always kind of in the way. He's not quite as obstructionist as others, but let's just say he's not terribly on board with a lot of the Trump agenda. And so Donald Trump backed Ken Paxton. He usually likes to wait to see if somebody actually has the stuff that can win. Let's make sure he can actually win before I throw my hat, into his ring and make sure that he's got the boost from the president that he needs. And that's not a bad idea. You certainly don't want to throw your name behind a bunch of losing candidates and then get that reputation. However, in this case, Paxton, he shows the stuff that he could win. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know. I'm not even going to make a prediction in this one.
It's going to be a tough one.
It could very well be. I think
it'll be close.
But in the L.A. mayor's race, and that is a June primary for, in the primaries, they just have whoever wants to run, and it's all one big election, and then the top two vote-getters face off against each other in the runoff or the actual general election. So right now you got three. You got Spencer Pratt, you got Karen Bass, and then you've got someone who's running to the left of Karen Bass. Is like, we need to be even more liberal than she is right now. And I don't know the chick's name, but she's horrible. How do you tell how well someone is doing? Well, fundraising is a good start.
That's a big one.
And Spencer Pratt has got a huge fundraising lead over Karen Bass. $2.72 million in the last month. The second contestant, Raman, I guess is her name, $401,000, and Karen Bass, $283,000.
Ooh, Wow. Sounds like they want to change there.
Spencer Pratt has...
They need a change.
Yeah.
Well, there's no question about that. Karen's done a horrible job.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how she ended up backing into that job, because she's just been absolutely terrible in it, obviously. And Spencer Pratt is saying all the things that are right on target, but it is, of course, really raising the hackles of a lot of California liberals. He was asked the other day, what are you going to do about the 40,000 homeless people in Los Angeles? And he said, we don't have 40,000 homeless people. We have 40,000 drug addicts who just would rather do drugs than have a home. Oh, the left just, I can't, no sympathy, no empathy whatsoever. He's right.
He's
95% of those 40,000 people
if you
are
get
on
them
meth
right,
or crack
if
or
you can,
fentanyl.
you won't be able to help everyone, but if you could cut that number, let's just say in half, by actually getting them the treatment that they need and putting in incentives to get off the drugs and let's get you back on your feet and back in the workforce, he could really make a dent in this. And people that just think that everybody that's homeless is just a problem economically,
right?
And it's not.
No.
I mean, again, 90% of it is that you're either on drugs or there's some mental health issues that you need help with. And there's nothing wrong with getting that. You just need to be willing to get the help.
Well, you're being far kinder than Spencer Pratt is because he's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to start cleaning out these homeless encampments.
Good.
We're going to make it hard to be homeless. They're all going to pack up and move to Seattle where they'll be welcomed with open arms by that leftist mayor. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. Good for you. You know.
So he's handing out bus tickets. That's what he's handing out.
As long as the people of L.A. don't have to deal with it anymore, they don't care. You know, that really is. I mean, in the olden days, if a kid got in trouble, let's say he's a 19-year-old kid and he was, causing problems, a lot of times the judge would be like, well, we're going to give you three choices. We can put you in jail. You can take this bus ticket to the next state over, or we'll put you in the Army. Those are your three options. Either way, you're not a problem for this community anymore, you know? And you go like, well, what about the state over? And he goes, well, if he moves there, that's their problem. He becomes their problem. Maybe he straightens out. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But he's not here anymore. And my job is to make sure that here is safe. And that's sort of what Spencer Pratt is doing and thinking. And boy, they are out of their minds over this. How dare he say we have 40,000 drug addicts? How dare you not know that? How dare you not be aware of what the homeless problem actually is? And I can't believe this is why you put up with it. Karen Bass came up with a bunch of namby-pamby, soft on homelessness policies, and the problem has exploded. It's getting worse. What do you think is going to happen?
It's as elementary, and we've discussed this before, Richard, as how you would deal with a child. And parents nowadays deal with children one way, and other parents deal with their children with consequences. Bad behavior, there's a consequence to it. The problem with Karen Bass and being mayor of L.A. is that there are no consequences to the homeless. They get to do whatever they want to do, and it's all this, you're right, feel good. Oh, we want to take care of them. Okay, so you're just going to let them live on the street and block great businesses that are saying, you know what, I'm no longer going to be in this section of town because you won't do anything about the homeless setting up tents in front of my business. You're hurting my business.
A ton of people out of San Francisco for exactly that reason. Huge numbers of businesses left San Francisco, and they're not going back. They're working on fixing the problem there, and they're making some headway. But those businesses are like, well, that's great. I'm set up here now in Sacramento or in San Diego or one of the other places
where I don't have to deal with that.
Have these problems.
Right.
Spencer Pratt has more individual, unique donors than any L.A. mayoral candidate in history.
They want to change.
I'm thinking.
I think the fire thing was a big issue. That's just one of the many things. The way she completely failed at handling that.
That primary is 1 week from today. He's got some interesting ads running. I'm hoping it makes a difference. By the way, Drew Carey took off after him over the weekend. You're like, really, Mr. Price is right?
Yeah. Don't. Just continue with your game show and make
Congratulations on alienating half your fans.
Yeah, why would you do that? That makes zero sense to me. And Spencer Pratt came out and responded and said, interesting how both comedians who are attacking me are in the Epstein files, which they are. There's a reference to Chelsea Handler in there, and there's a reference to Drew Carey in there. I don't think they amount to anything, to be honest with you. But, he threw that dig at him just to shut him up, I guess. 8:15 with Dixon inviting. Aqua Systems never, ever, ever has a sale, ever, except for now. Now, Aqua Systems, I brag about the water all the time because it is so good. It is nice to be able to just get the ice and the water directly out of my refrigerator door. I don't have to go to bottled water. I don't have to do anything fancy. I don't have a pitcher that I have to fill up. There's none of that stuff. It's really just the best water on earth, and it's right there, and it's available to me 24/7. Fantastic. Now, how do you get the savings that I'm talking about here? Well, first off, you have to get that no obligation presentation. One of the non-commissioned salespeople will come and they'll walk you through it and say, "This is what we do to the water, and here's why it's better than your water." And we can actually do a side-by-side comparison. See how this suds up so much and this one doesn't so much. This is your water. This is our water. This is better. We'll test your bottled water. We'll show that that's not as good either. It's amazing. When you're done with that 20 to 30-minute presentation, they leave and they let you think about what you want. If you want to continue down that road, you can. If not, no harm, no foul. But right now, celebrating America's 250th birthday, they will give you 10% off your installation, saving up to $250, which is fantastic because they never have a sale. And for them to have a sale right now for the birthday, and by the way, made in America, everything they have, made in America, it's all done here. I love that. You'll love that. Solid, good, great equipment. That is Aqua Systems at 383-3999. Ask about that great 10% discount for America's birthday, 250. Aqua Systems. IWantGreatWater.com. IWantGreatWater.com. You have a plan and you follow through. That's what I say. 821 with Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Thanks for hanging out with us on what is promising to be a rather moist Tuesday morning. Well, actually, the morning part is going to be dry, and then the rest of it might be wet this afternoon, and then tomorrow and the next day and on for the rest of your life, basically. It's going to rain every day. Just get used to it.
The rest of your life.
Just get used to it. We're all going to be walking around wrinkled up like raisins. It's going to be terrible.
It's supposed to be good for our skin, right?
Is that right?
Rain?
How
I
much,
don't know.
how much water
This
do
much?
you want?
Oh.
How much water
Maybe
do you
not
want?
this much. We get waterlogged.
Seems a little too much. Parrot Structural Services, parrotss.com. Talking about your foundation, it's almost always the ground around the foundation, not the foundation itself, that is the problem. So it has been swelling up with water. It has been absorbing a lot of moisture, obviously, and that presses against your foundation. Then later it dries up in the summer, and all the moisture goes away, and it pulls away from your foundation, and you get this kind of punching and releasing and punching and releasing, and it goes on for years, and eventually your foundation goes, I give, uncle. This is why you need somebody who can come by and straighten it out, get it back up on the bedrock, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do, holding up the rest of your home. 668-2626, Parrot Structural Services, parrotss.com, 668-2626, licensed, bonded, insured, E-Verify compliant. They are full of integrity and full of experience, and that is exactly what you want in a company of this nature. So trust them. I do. ParrotSS.com. Licensed, bonded, insured, E-Verify compliant, 668-2626, Parrot Structural Services.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
A pretty crazy weekend out in front of the White House. We had a 21-year-old male that was killed by federal agents after he opened fire at the White House. This was at a checkpoint. Nasari Best is his name, an Amazon driver. He had some mental issues, fired a bunch of rounds Saturday night. Secret Service officers returned fire, and they took him down. He was taken to the hospital, died soon after that. A bystander was also wounded in the incident, but is expected to survive. That is good news. Best had a previous run-in with Secret Service. This was in the summer of 2025 in July, which he tried to, again, gain some access to the White House. He was arrested and sent to a psychiatric ward for mental health issues. Apparently, this got worse and worse. People that knew him, friends that knew him, multiple reporters who were on the White House North Lawn heard the gunshots and were rushed into the White House, where a lockdown was put in place for about 40 minutes so they could figure out what in the world was going on. So that was a little crazy to see some of them because they had no idea what the noise was. And one person told a reporter, oh, it's fireworks, it's firecrackers. And no, it was not. It was actual gunshots. And so luckily none of them were injured in any of this. But crazy Saturday night outside of the White House.
It was good that they rushed him in for 40 minutes to give President Trump a chance to berate them.
Yeah.
For 40 minutes.
This is the second time where reporters have really they've had a firsthand glimpse of, a shooting. First, the attempted assassination with the guy that came through the Correspondents' Dinner.
Yeah.
And then this guy. So, it's like, whoa. And maybe, it just seems like maybe doing reports from the lawn of the White House might not be such a great idea. Or get behind some bulletproof glass or something.
Got a flak jacket,
What the
Get
world?
out there like war correspondents.
Like, you know what? If you work for one of these major networks, I might be like, hey, could I go someplace else to kind of have this set up? Do we have to do it in front of the White House?
I've noticed AOC is now doing speeches from behind bulletproof glass. Have you
Is
seen
she?
that? Yeah.
No.
I mean, you're like, really?
She thinks a lot.
Have we ever heard a credible threat against you from anybody?
I don't think so.
I think all the violence is coming from the left. You're going to be okay there, AOC.
Yeah, she'll be just fine.
Yeah.
It seems that right in the middle of a ceasefire, we apparently had to carry out self-defense strikes. This happened in northern Iran last night, targeting missile launch sites and some Iranian boats. Over the weekend, Donald Trump was hinting that they were getting closer and closer to possibly getting a deal done. Kind of hard to tell where we are with that this morning after this has happened. Trump said that an end to the war is largely negotiated. But again, this was before what happened with the self-defense strike. So we'll see where we go with this. But I think everybody would really like for this to be wrapped up, maybe bring our gas prices down and get things going again. But again, we can't. You cannot leave. The Strait of Hormuz is not open, and Iran is threatening to charge a toll, and they're not giving up the nuclear weapons and the enriched uranium. All of those things have to be dealt with before we actually leave that area.
Yep.
So we got a little ways to go here, and I know they would like very much to end this peacefully here at the end, but I still have my doubts.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Iran cares. I think Iran is just kind of like, well, this is the way life is, and we're constantly being attacked, and we're going to be attacked forever, and we may as well just live with this. This is the new normal. And it's like for us, we're like $4.15 for a gallon of gas, not the new normal. So Iran is using this as their leverage. They're like, if we can just keep this going long enough to make the people at home frustrated with the price of gas and begging the president to back off, then maybe we'll win this thing. Well, we can't give up on this end, but also we need to move faster.
Yeah, we do. We need to move it along one way or the other.
I'm tired of this little dance.
And finally, a Jefferson County probate judge suspended after 7 charges have been brought against her. This was about a 120-page complaint, and it went on and on and on about complaints. Judge Yeshiba Blanchard, she is actually the stepmother of Anaya Blanchard, has apparently just made it miserable for court staff, created a threat to the public safety, kept individuals hospitalized longer than necessary, created a logjam of cases, made excuses for why she was late for scheduled hearings because she had to walk her dogs, just ridiculousness. So this woman, again, suspended after this complaint and these charges brought forward. But apparently this has been ongoing for quite some time.
Yeah, there are some people who, when you put that that robe on them,
A little gavel in their hand.
they get that weird Messiah complex, and they're all like, "I can do no wrong. I'm in charge here. I'll tell you what we're doing and what we're not doing." And it's like, you still have to do the job and follow the rules. And she seemed to have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm. She seemed to
So-
be like the queen of her queendom, as she would say.
Maybe she needs to, take over for Judge Judy or move over to the People's Court or whatever.
That would be really something to see, wouldn't it?
I think one of the most frustrating things that mentioned in that article, by the way, is, and it was written by our friend April Marie Fogel, is that she showed bias against certain lawyers. I'm like, that would be my luck. I'd get the lawyer that, I thought was best, and then we get in front, and within 5 seconds, you're like, oh, she hates him. Oh, God, okay, what have I done? Who do I talk to? Can I get another guy in here, The last thing you want is a lawyer that the judge is biased against for no reason other than some previous case.
Yeah, and that does. Judges do know a lot of the attorneys that are in these courtrooms.
Sure.
They know each other.
Oh, yeah.
But even if you know the person, and even though you like or dislike, you're supposed to apply the law. You're not supposed to allow those to bleed in. And apparently, it was really blatant what she was doing. So again, all alleged. All alleged.
Sort of
We'll say
reminds
that.
me of Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of that small town up in Illinois that thought she could do no wrong, She's now moving to Georgia. She's going to run for a city council seat. It's a
Oh,
small
that's
town
great.
there.
Yeah, that's just. She needs to get out of any type of public service. How about that?
It's funny, though, that she, for instance, got so completely shellacked in her own primary. She got wasted by the competition in her primary. And she was shocked. She was like, I can't believe these people reject me. Like, really? I'm in Alabama. I've been reading stories about you for the past 2 years. I'm not shocked at all that you got thrown over. I think Yeshiba Blanchard is probably a little stunned. Well, what? People don't like me? I'm having trouble believing. Of course, narcissists never understand that.
Yep.
Always a shock to
Well,
them.
man, now she knows.
Now she knows.
Now she knows. It's out there.
8:30 Dixon Dividing, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com.
8:34. Good morning. Welcome in. It's Dixon and Vining at Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Now on YouTube at Real Talk 995 TV if you want to check us out there. And be sure to download our app. It's free. It's probably the best way to stay in touch with us. You'll be able to listen from the app. You can watch us from YouTube from the app. You can check out our podcast, any of the shows that you hear Monday through Friday. We're there. You can text us. You can call us from the app. Everything's very convenient. It's right there. Just make sure you download it today and get it on your phone, as they say.
It is 8:35 with Dixon and Vining, and Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. If you have not yet visited, you can always do so online, worktruckswithanxllc.com, worktruckswithanxllc.com. On the website, you will find everything that is on their lot at any given time. And then, of course, they give you the miles, they give you the price. You can trade, finance, get an extended warranty. Once you see it in person, maybe take a test drive, then you'll say, you know what? I love this truck. I also need it to have a toolbox and a ladder rack on it, and they'll outfit it for you the way you want. You know, whether you're looking for a box truck, large or small, maybe you're looking for a cargo van or a flatbed, whatever it is, you can count on Work Trucks to have it ready for you just the way you like at a price you're going to love. Work Trucks downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. Online at worktruckswithanxllc.com. Work Trucks, where they are all about trucks. If you didn't care for Candace Owens before, you're really going to hate her now. She just decided to do the biggest softball interview with Hunter Biden that there ever was. Well, I mean, first off, she apologized for making fun of him back when he was a crack addict. And I'm like, don't apologize for that. He was a crack addict. He deserved to be made fun of. He got his life together. Good for him. He's still, by the way, millions of dollars in debt. Hasn't paid his lawyers. Can't pay his lawyers. This guy burned through money. And if there was ever any proof whatsoever that his paintings weren't worth the canvas that they were painted on, the fact that he can't sell one now to save his life
tells you everything you need to know about it.
They were going for $500,000 before, $500,000, which was really just a way of buying access to Daddy. And now, of course, he can't give them away, and that proves that they were never worth anything to begin with. So she does this softball interview with Hunter Biden, and it's just the next step in the Candace Owens the cheese has slid completely off her cracker. The other guy that I can point to that this happened to is Bill Kristol. I saw the Bill Kristol tweet, I want to say it was Friday, where he announced that he was a Democrat. Now, he had changed and was a Democrat. This is a guy that published the Weekly Standard, a guy that I thought of as sort of the gold standard of conservatives. He certainly was a Reagan conservative. I'm a big fan of Ronald Reagan. And, he became so unhinged when Donald Trump became the nominee in 2016 that he just absolutely went off the deep end as well, much like Candace Owens. He went off the deep end earlier, fought against Donald Trump with every fiber of his being, voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016, voted for Joe Biden in 2020, voted for Kamala Harris in 2024. I would say he's already a Democrat. He didn't need to announce anything, right? And I'm thinking, hold on a second. You just saw what Joe Biden did for 4 years. How could any Republican, look, many's the time. I would say more often than not, when you're going in to vote, you're voting for the lesser of two evils. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Most of the time in presidential elections, you're saying, I agree with this guy 65% of the time, and this guy 35% of the time. I'm going to vote for the 65% guy.
You're never going to get usually 100%.
Oh, no,
it just
never,
doesn't happen.
Never.
No.
I mean, unless it's you, unless you're the one running. You're the only one you're going to agree with 100% of the time. But I'm always going to go with the guy that I agree with more often in more ways. And you and I had this conversation multiple times in 2024. There were lots of reasons not to vote for Kamala Harris. But the number one reason, if you just needed one, for me was men and women's sports. That's all you needed.
Yeah.
That would change the face of the world and certainly the United States of America exponentially and probably forever. There'd be records that would go into the books that would never be able to be erased. And you'd have, men and women's locker rooms, and it would be such a sea change that it would really, the number one reason you could say we should not vote for her. The number two reason would be she'd just reopen the border.
And I was about to say that one for the longevity of our country, more so. I mean, the men and women's sports was big, but if you don't close that border, this country would never is never going to be able to repair itself. And the fact that Donald Trump not only shut it within days that he became president, but that he's deporting people out to say, look, no more freebies to all of these people that have come into this country illegally. You can come in legally, but let's go through the right process. I think that was huge on the list, that people said, you certainly can close the border. You don't need Congress, Joe Biden. And Kamala Harris would have continued that exact same pattern. I just can't even imagine where we would be right now.
Not only would she have continued it, she wanted to give free health care to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Free
We
healthcare.
can't. That's not sustainable.
I mean, think of it
There's no way.
On a smaller scale. You say, I'm giving free ice cream to everyone in my family. And anyone who wants to be in my family can be. So come on down. You'd run out of ice cream and money before you knew it.
Yep, that would be the end of it.
There's just no way that you can say, I'm going to give free health care to people in this country, whether they're here legally or not. First thing that you'd have is folks rushing up. Mexico just, we're going to have socialized medicine. It's going to be great. Look into the Mexican healthcare system. It's a disaster. It is, again, 6 weeks to get any sort of CAT scan, to get x-rays is, much too long a wait. People have died with brain bleeds waiting on any kind of service whatsoever. It just can't be done. And before they ever put a plate into your body, they always feel the need to say, excuse me, sir, that's a hot plate. You want to watch that? So these are all bad things about the Mexican healthcare system. And now they're like, but now it's going to be universal and free. And it's like, well, if it sucks, I don't want a free one,
And it's already been tried. This has already been tried. Why don't you look at the model where they tried this and say, oh, it doesn't work?
Yeah.
And for you, how arrogant for you to believe that because you're Mexico, you think you can somehow work it out and make it happen and make it so. You can't.
No, and every single person in Mexico that needed medical help, if Kamala Harris was president, would be coming here to get the medical help because she wanted to give free health care to illegal immigrants. Just head shaking once again. So Bill Kristol posts this on X. Gosh, it was May 15th, that far back. Okay. He posts this: I'm pro-freedom, pro-law and order, pro-limited government, and pro the Declaration and the Constitution. And so today, I'm a Democrat.
That doesn't even make any sense.
No, pro-freedom. These people
You're not
wanted to lock up folks who walked through the Capitol for 20 minutes for 4 years, okay? These are people who wanted to keep you from speaking your mind about COVID, what you knew or what you suspected. Nope, you're not allowed to say any of that stuff. Don't say the shot's bad. Don't say the shot kills people. Don't even suggest that the shot's not perfect in every way. We have to shut that conversation down. Pro-law and order. Let's take a look at the Democrat-run cities that turned down President Trump's help. Chicago, disaster area.
Yep.
Baltimore, disaster area. New York City, could be better. It could be worse, but it's in pretty bad.
Not good.
L.A. is a freaking nightmare. I wouldn't go there on a bet. The places that took him up on his offer, doing pretty well.
Memphis.
Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
Memphis, both in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
Pro-limited government. When was the last time you saw a Democrat that was pro-limited government? They never saw a social program that they didn't want to expand, increase, and explode with your taxpayer dollars, okay? Pro the Declaration and the Constitution, once again, the first 10 rights don't seem to hold much water for liberals. They don't really care much for that Second Amendment, I can tell you that. They really hate that. They don't like the First Amendment if you're saying things that they disagree with. Like, that's hate speech. You're not allowed to say that.
Which goes completely against what their party should be.
Exactly.
That's the party that they scream the loudest about. Oh, it's free. It's free. We believe in free speech for everyone. No, you don't. Only if it's your speech. Only if it's exactly what you believe. If anybody believes differently, you shut it down.
So after he says this,
Ugh.
I'm pro-freedom, pro-law and order, pro-limited government, and pro the Declaration and the Constitution, and so today I am a Democrat. UK Spectator writer Melissa Chen responds with this. I'm pro-feminism, pro-LGBTQIA2S+, pro-free speech, pro-Zionism, and pro-alcohol. And so today I'm converting to Islam, essentially making the same point that is, of course, is ridiculous. So Bill Kristol he's been a joke for quite a while. I don't understand why these people want their legacy to be this at the end, you know?
I don't know. It's like something goes wrong toward the end of their life and they make these decisions. And you're like, why? Why would you do that?
Ray Milland was a great actor. Lost Weekend, truly one of the better films that ever made, Oscar winner. Goes down as an absolute classic. Ray Milland showed up in a lot of great movies. And then he popped up in a few Columbo episodes and stuff. Like, yeah, right. As an older actor who's not getting the parts anymore, you can make that work. But when he showed up as the Thing with Two Heads with Rosie Greer, when he showed up in a movie called Frogs, in which he was a wheelchair-bound Louisiana plantation owner that was attacked and killed by rampant frogs, you're just like, oh, Ray. You're just doing this for the paycheck. Stop. Your legacy is destroyed by this. So I look at a Bill Kristol and go, you had a great legacy. You're killing it.
Yeah.
I look at Candace Owens and say, there was a time when I respected you. I thought you were one of the more brilliant minds in America. What are you doing?
It's a very good question. I don't have answers for what's in his brain, but I've never seen anything like it.
Starting to think it's an RFK Jr. style worm.
Whoa.
846 with Dixon and Vining. Your thoughts always welcome at 545-9950. They're fine. They're young. They're cannibals.
Mm.
FYC.
Changes the name there a little bit. Seems weird.
Had 2 hits, right? As I recall. This one and Good Thing, I want to say, was the other one. Thought they were going places.
Well,
I
they
felt
didn't.
good about them.
They went,
I think they ate themselves.
Oh. Fame ate them alive. I see. Netflix saying goodbye to 2 of its most popular TV dramas. Both debuted in 2020 and became hits because we were all stuck at home and we didn't know any better.
we were just looking for something.
Anything on TV. Show me something that I want to see. Emily in Paris, never saw it. The Lincoln Lawyer, never saw it. I saw the movie. Saw the Matthew McConaughey movie. Never saw The Lincoln Lawyer, the TV series. You? Anybody? Bueller?
Nope.
Nobody?
Didn't see it.
I got through the first episode of Yellowstone. I enjoyed that a great deal.
Did you like it?
I did.
Good.
But I got to,
Who's your favorite character so far?
Oh, I mean, how can you not love Beth? You got to love Beth. Everybody loves Beth. But you want to go to the next level. I guess the next one, that was a 2-hour episode, I guess, to start the show off. And then from now on, they're an hour, from what I understand.
Right.
But then, of course, they were on Paramount Plus at the time with no commercials. So when they insert the commercials in,
It was
as
like
I'm
40
watching,
minutes, I guess.
so yeah, suddenly they're a little bit longer, but that's okay. I can live with that. I'm watching them on, well, they were on just regular Paramount, and so I've recorded them all. I've got them on my YouTube DVR, and I can go back and watch them. And you think you can kind of jet through the commercial. Some of them you can. Some of them they will not let you. Some of them are like, no, you're going to sit and you're going to watch this thing for cat litter. I don't want to watch it. Now you watch it. Sit, watch it. Don't look away. Watch this. Okay.
And you will like it.
I'll watch the cat litter video. But I got to make the time. I mean, it's terrible.
Maybe with all this rain, you'll be able to make time.
No, because I wasn't even really doing stuff outside.
No.
It wasn't so much an outside thing.
No.
It's stuff I still got to clean out my closet. I do have some stuff that
Yeah, that
does
can
need
wait.
done.
Watch Yellowstone.
That's it. Forget it.
Yeah.
The closet. You don't
Forget
worry
the
about that.
closet. You can do that this winter. There's nothing going on.
Well, I planned to do it this past winter, and I didn't get it done. So now it's like you have to do it now. I got some
get it.
painting projects that need to be done. I've got some stuff, and I've got an upstairs bathroom that needs to be worked on a great deal. This homeownership thing is for the birds.
Yes, it is.
Suddenly, renting seems like a really good
it
idea.
does. Let
you know?
somebody else fix everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
You go, oh, your toilet's clogged. No, Phil's toilet is clogged, okay?
That's right.
Phil, you want to come fix the toilet?
Come get
Let's
it
go.
done.
Chip, chop, chip, mister.
Sheesh.
Yeah, suddenly living in like a condo or something seems like
How
a
about a
better...
new condo?
Oh, gosh.
Where you
How
probably
expensive
don't have
would that
any
be?
issues. It depends upon where you're at.
I suppose
you're
that's
at the
true.
beach, it'll cost you both arms
Yeah.
and both legs.
Yeah.
And that's just the rent. Forget the HOA.
That's
yeah,
right.
The HOA will kill you as well.
Uh-huh.
Yikes. But I get it. I understand why people do that. Now, on the other hand, I love my backyard and I love my waterfall, and my dogs love having doggy doors that they can
Having
run
that
into and out
space.
of and all over, and
Right.
a place that my band can practice and
Well,
all of that,
you
which
said
is
you
lovely.
don't care for people much. If you lived in a condo, your neighbors would be right there. Hey, Richard, can I borrow a cup of sugar?
Let me correct something.
Let me come over and watch TV with you.
I have never said
They would sound just like that.
I've never said I don't care for people much, okay?
Care
I
more
don't
for
want to be misquoted.
more for dogs.
What I said very clearly was I don't care for people.
Right.
End of
That's
story.
what you
That's it,
said.
just period. That was it. There's no much on that. I don't
don't
care
care.
for people. I don't like them. I want them to stay away from me.
We appreciate the clarification.
Yes. And it starts with you two, okay? Just,
We're
Well,
not
you've got to
surprised.
deal with us. You don't have a choice in the matter.
I know. Why do you think I'm here? I get paid. It's the whole reason. What does that tell you, by the way? That the only reason I hang out with you is that
Yeah,
they're
that's
paying
really
me?
sad. I hadn't thought
I think
about
it's
that
a-
before, Steve.
yeah.
Have you?
Well,
That he only hangs with us because he gets paid.
on the other hand, I also...
I feel the same way about him.
I feel
so-
dirty
Perfect.
now all of a sudden.
No, I feel the same way about him. It's all good.
I pay my ex-wife to stay away from me. It's all money. It's
Oh,
all
man,
transaction.
all this money.
When you get right down
Is
to
that
it,
it?
they give me money to hang out with you two. I give her money to stay away from me.
Okay.
It really all works out perfectly in the end.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
You are two of the closest personal friends of some people I've read about. That yeah, it's nice to.
that you've read about.
Yeah, I haven't really. I don't do that much reading.
No.
To be honest. It's
No time for it.
Cuts into my lack
Like
of
no
TV
time for Yellowstone.
There's
No time
for that.
reading.
There's no time for reading.
Right.
Lily Collins was apparently in Emily in Paris. I didn't know that. I like her. Should I have been paying attention to that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
Should
you
you
can go
have?
back and check it out and see.
What are you watching? Are you watching anything? Are you on? Are you streaming anything with great regularity, Stephen?
Just got done with Night Agent on Netflix.
Okay. Tom Hiddleston, is that right?
No.
Who is it?
Actually, it's a guy you probably never heard of.
Good. I love guys I've never heard of. They're my
and
favorite.
I just did the Jack Ryan movie that was on Amazon Prime.
I found out. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking for something. I think I'm plowing through Celebrity Jeopardy right now on Hulu.
Dutton Ranch is next on my radar because that's the spinoff of Yellowstone.
Right.
And I'm searching for something, and I think Beth is in that, and Rip Cole, he's in it, and some others, and I'm like, I might enjoy that. I don't have anything right now.
I have I don't know, I've missed so much stuff. People are like, you should have seen this. I'm like,
I don't have time.
over.
Yeah.
I'm watching a lot of documentaries, and like I said, I'm plowing through Celebrity Jeopardy just because it's fun to watch them stumble over stuff that you think you want to know that.
Celebrity Jeopardy is Ken Jennings, though, right?
It's all Ken Jennings.
Because Pop Culture Jeopardy is the one with Colin Jost.
Yeah, which that moved. Where did that go? Used to be on Prime and now is on Netflix, or the other way around.
I think it might be on Hulu. I'm not sure, but yeah, anything
like that.
I don't know. You asked me about pop culture. I'm about as lucky to get onto that as I am. Anything in Double Jeopardy. Because
I watched the first episode of the new season of it, and I'm like, wow, pop culture is. If they don't go back 20 years, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's part of the problem.
American Music Awards were on last night.
I mean, how sad is that? We're so old that we don't know anything new.
No,
we just know all the old stuff.
I just looked at the description of the American Music Awards, and I was like, don't recognize a name there. I'll just go away. I'll just leave.
See, and
now.
That's how this happens.
Yeah.
You go down the road of, I don't know, I'm going away from it because I don't get that.
I'm not
Rather
watching
than
this.
diving into it, because then that's going to pass us by, and then there's going to be another decade where like, well, I'm 30 years deep into not knowing what's current.
But there's a great episode of Seinfeld where somebody tries to make friends with him, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm full. I've got all the friends. We're not accepting applications at this time, And you do get that way.
Yeah.
You reach a point where you're kind of like, I kind of know all the people that I want to know. I kind of know all the music that I want to know.
And
I kind of know all the movies that I want to know.
That means
Maybe
you don't want to
one or
learn.
two
You
will pop
gotta
up.
want to learn more.
I know,
right?
you're supposed to be.
You need to bring in those younger friends because when you as you get older,
Sure.
you have friends.
Yeah, I'll bring them in if they're female.
No guys.
I don't want to talk to them.
No, you can go fishing.
Young guys
you could
are
go,
annoying.
Go out on the boat.
Yeah. I mean,
you go play golf.
Young females on the boat,
you
bring
go
them on.
bowling.
I'm ready for that, for sure.
So at trivia last night, one of the TV screens had the American Music Awards, and we turned in an answer in time, and I happened to look over, and they were announcing the nominees for Best Rock Music Act.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've heard of all 5 of them. I don't listen to a single one of them.
Well, that says it all,
Could
Steve.
you give us any of the names?
Linkin Park was in there.
Yeah.
21 Pilots was in there. There were a couple of acts who I'd like, who?
That's
Yeah, you
21
kind of
Pilots.
know. Yeah, okay, I kind of heard about them, but I couldn't tell you a single song that they ever did.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
You know
music
what?
nowadays sucks.
Well, that's because I'm full. I'm
That's
full.
right.
I've
I'm
learned
full,
all.
yeah.
That's what
I've
you
heard
would
all the
say.
songs
It
I wanna
either
hear.
sucks or your plate is full.
You haven't come up with anything that I really want to listen to that much.
Exactly. I got 3,000 songs on my iPhone, and I listen to probably 800 of them with any regularity. That doesn't mean I don't care for the other 2,200. It'll be their turn eventually.
When you have time.
I'm not accepting applications for new music.
No apps.
I'm not accepting applications for new friends.
It's like,
Not accepting applications for new
just say,
anything.
Hey, Alexa, play Yacht Rock. There, you're happy now.
And
Here
now,
comes
Now
Toto.
somebody has Toto's
It's-
Africa
Sorry,
playing right
sorry,
now.
sorry,
it's,
sorry.
It's playing at my house.
Right.
Alexa, stop. Wait, I just turned ourselves off. That's not
Whoa.
good. 9 o'clock, Dixon and Finding
Ourselves
Talk
off.
95.5.